Hello to you. So let's do a real quick rundown of Pentatonic I-IV. Pentatonic I-IV is a 5-hole repeating pattern. And you have A minor pentatonic across the blow reeds, D minor pentatonic across the draw reeds. There's no 1.5 step bend, so the most difficult note to access is a half step bend on a whole step bend hole. Thus, there's numerous scales we can play comfortably. We can also play we have pentatonic scales for our 1, 4, and 5, major pentatonic scales, and we have minor pentatonic scales for our 2, 3, and 6, so we can play the changes in Western harmony. Let's take a look at blues, as most people seems are playing blues on Richter tuning. Second position, let's take a look at G, Richter tuning. You have 12 notes spanning an octave and a half. 1 whole step bend, 1 half step bend, and 1 trill. Pentatonic I-IV G blues, we have 20 notes spanning 2 octaves plus a note, 4 whole step bends, 2 half step bends, 8 trills, and 2 4-hole glissando sections where the notes for a pentatonic scale are lined up on the draw and we can just slide right across them with ease. Oops. No, it's upside down. When we switch to our 4 C, and we want to play our C blues scale, on Richter the flat 3 isn't available, so we're relegated to holes 2 through 4, and we don't have our flat 3. On Pentatonic I-IV, C blues scale is 18 notes spanning 2 octaves plus a note. It has 6 whole step bends, 4 half step bends, and 4 trills. A bunch of bends, sounds real smooth. When we switch to our 5, we want to be doing the D blues scale. On Richter, we have 19 notes. In the bottom octave, we need to do our 5 with a whole step bend on a 1.5 step bend hole, which is a difficult maneuver. After hole 6, there's no bends or flat 5, and it sounds staccato, kind of dry, particularly by the time you get to hole 10. So I don't know how useful hole 10 is. Also, when we're using that as our 5, our 4, the C, is down on holes 2, 3, and 4. So we can't do a whole lot of playing up top there because then we got to jump down the bottom. So all 19 of those notes aren't really all that functional. D blues on Pentatonic I-IV, we have 22 notes. All the notes of the pentatonic scale are doubled. 2 whole step bends, 2 half step bends, 15 trills, I believe, 10 whole glissando across the draw, and 2 4-hole glissandos across the blow. So it's easy to play, sounds very smooth. So weren't really able to play the changes properly there on Richter as we didn't have a blues scale for our 4. And similarly, if we were to play in draw harp, our A in the bottom octave, our tonic is on a whole step bend of a 1.5 step bend hole, which is really hard to get. There's no half step bend in the bottom octave. There's no bends at all in the bottom 2 octaves. The top octave, we have a full blues scale. But there again, when we go to our 4, that starts on the 6th blow and goes down. So we can only find a little bit of middle ground. So it's not really all, that A isn't really all that functional. You can't. Whereas Pentatonic I-IV has 6 functional blues scales. Thus we can play blues scales for our 1, 4, and 5 in 4 different keys. A, D, G, and C. And in closing, I think what we want out of our diatonic harmonica is numerous blues scales so we can play in several different keys. We want a bunch of notes per octave so we can change direction, catch our breath, and have more options, opportunities for creativity. We want more bends for expressiveness. We want more trills / glissando, notes that are lined up in a row there so we're not doing the direction change. It sounds smooth as a legato as opposed to choppy staccato. And Pentatonic I-IV has these things in spades. So wrap it up there. Thank you.